So this is my third conversation with Pastor Shed about his trip to Tanzania. So in addition to your Timothy leadership training in Bunda, Tanzania, you mentioned that you were also working on 3 projects. Now we discussed water sustainability and the Ask Academy for computer and English literacy.
Mm-hmm.
What's the third project?
The third project concerns pregnancy prevention curriculum.
How did you become involved in that issue?
Well, actually, 2 public school administrators asked me to go to lunch with them, and I did. One of them I knew, who was actually one of my translators at the training, but he had something he wanted to bring up with me. He said, "Tom, we have this problem in our district with teenage pregnancy, and we'd like to do a curriculum, develop a curriculum that we could teach in the schools." And so I said, okay, well, we could probably make that work. How many students are we talking about? And he said, well, I said, like 40, 100? He said, no, actually there are 16 secondary schools in Bunda Township and another 19 in the rural areas, and each of them would have about 400 students.
Wait a minute. How many students is that?
It's about 14,000. So this is an incredible opportunity. It's amazing.
Are there any curricula that would be able to handle that many students?
Well, not really. They were hoping that we might find a faith-based curriculum. They're both Christians, and I said, well, would that be a problem in the public school? He said, no, no, no. We already have an 80-minute window every week to do essentially religious education. And so if pastors could come in to teach this curriculum, the door is wide open in all of these schools. So I researched different kinds of curriculum. There's only, that I could find, a couple of faith-based curriculums, and none of them are anywhere near 40 weeks long. So there are also what are called evidence-based curriculums, and I felt like if we were to combine those along with some scriptural training, we could put together a package that would meet this requirement of 80 minutes a week for 40 weeks during the school year.
How many pastors would it take to really make this work?
Well, actually only 35.
For 14,000 students?
Yeah, because if you just have 1 per school.
Oh.
See, exactly. 16 schools in the township, 19 in the rural areas. So if you found a pastor that was close by and could essentially adopt each school, not only do you get the instruction, but you also get mentoring. And if the students then come to associate that pastor, then certainly they can go privately to that person because they feel like they would know that pastor a little bit. So we had 112 pastors at the training for TLT training, and I'm hoping we can get 35 out of those 112 who would be willing to commit to one 80-minute session per week for 40 weeks.
This is a lot of infrastructure. When are you hoping to put this plan into action?
Well, our desire is to try to get it ready to go for next year. We just thought we can't put it together, for this fall. It's going to take too much time, because not only do we have to put the curriculum together, but then we also have to train the pastors in the curriculum. So our goal is to start in 2018, and we'll do it in conjunction with the second TLT training. It will be separate from that, but it'll probably be at the same time.
Concurrent,
because
yeah.
we'll have them all together at that
Right.
time, right?
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing more about your trip this fall.
Well, that sounds fantastic. Thank you.